Greetings, everyone. And welcome back to the Tailors Talk Podcast, live here at Grind Entertainment Studio, home of Musician Tailor LLC. I'm your co-host, Chevy Revis, along with my co-host and co-founder, the real Twin Smith.
What's up, everybody?
Today's special guest is known professionally as a multi-platinum country rapper, singer, songwriter, and record producer. His global stats and impact include 4 billion and counting global career stream, 16 times multi-platinum certification, and that's worldwide, 12 weeks on number one, 12 weeks at number one on Billboard Hot Country song, The Git Up, that's The Git Up, G-I-T, and a number one country radio hit with Parmalee, Just the Way. He also produced and worked with other music stars like Chris Brown, Nelly, T-Pain, Diplo, Monica, Fergie, and Pitbull, just to name a few. His new record for 2026, Lasso Boogie, is going crazy on social media and the airwaves. Please help us welcome to the show, hailing all the way to ATL, Georgia, the country soul with trap gold, turning back roads into runway and trailer parks into sunny days, the architect of trailer trap, Blanco Brown. Come on now. Come on, man.
What's happening, man?
Everything.
Yes,
Out
sir.
here.
It's a pleasure to have you on here, man. We got us a real Atlanta cowboy up in the house.
Yes,
Man, yeah, out here. Just out here.
Yes, sir. Man, it's everything got a beginning. So, man, when do the love of music? When did it hit you?
Oh, man, my whole family sing. So I was born into it. My dad sing, my brothers, my sister, my niece, my nephews, everybody, mama, the whole family. Grandma played guitar, the whole nine. Yep. So it hit me straight out the womb.
That's what's happening. So what part of Atlanta you grew up in?
Bankhead.
Okay.
Not on Bankhead. I grew up in Bankhead. Bankhead Courts, the heart of Bankhead, all the way around. One way in, one way out.
Yeah, I heard about it. I heard about it. So, man, it's like growing up in that environment and your voice and the music you put out, and like you said, your whole family grew up in doing music, and like I said, you come out, you jumped out, and you jump right into it. So, in that area during that time, what made you say, okay, hey, I'm finna get onto this country music?
Man, during the summer times, I spent most of my summers in Butler, Georgia,
Okay.
which is where my mother is from. That's like past Thomaston, Macon, Griffin, like the Buena Vista area, Taylor County. So I went from sitting on generators to propane tanks every summer. From the generators in the hood to the propane tanks in the country. But
Lay your boxes.
that's how my sound is kind of, brought to birth.
Okay.
Country music meets trap. I just bridge the gap, so I call it trailer trap.
Okay, Triller Trap. That's what's happening. And it's doing you some good because
Yeah.
the accomplishments you have accomplished while in the music industry, and also the accolades that you have received. 15 times, platinum. Country black man.
Man.
That's the truth right there. So as like I said, from a toddler going back and forth to Butler to Atlanta, and you jumped in the game and said, "Hey, what was that first song you said? Hey, I'm gonna put out and let my folks know I can do this like they can do it."
Oh man, The Get Up was the first song I had ever released in my life.
Wow.
Yep. I signed my deal in 2018. I wasn't even like I was known as an artist, but I was more so a songwriter and producer and a vocal producer. I didn't even want to be an artist, but I got offered a deal in L.A. by this guy named Zach Katz, and I negotiated owning my own masters and everything. So I went on and gave myself some grace, and I said I'm gonna try it. If it don't work out, at least I did it before I turned 70, 80 years old, talk about what I could have, should have, and would have been. So that's the only reason I took the opportunity, because I own my masters and I own my publishing at 100%. I didn't sell out, and I made sure I walked into Nashville owning everything, which has never been done or recorded, or especially by a black man.
Yeah, that's dope right there. You know, you knew your worth and you weren't gonna negotiate. That's
Yeah,
what's
just
happening.
imagine that type of leverage, but not having a following for your music or nothing. Like, can't nobody say they done a deal like mine. Most people who get a deal close to mine's, then sign the way they publishing, or they got a less of a distribution deal, but they have already made millions of streams and have a following. Like, this was taking a chance for the first time ever on something that nobody knew was gonna even work. Country music with 808s.
Okay. So, you know, the Get Up is your first song, so but you also do production. So when was the first beat you ever made? How old were you?
Man, that was like 2006.
Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't making music before then. I was recording as an artist, singing, but making tracks, I started late. That was the first time I remember completing the beat, and it actually didn't suck. It's I still have that session. Yeah, maybe I should have one of these days.
That's what's happening, man. You gonna do your old cold documentary.
Yeah, man, I'm definitely gonna do a documentary. I got a whole team that's ready to just film away.
That's what's up. So man, it's like, you know, you do a lot and it's like, you know, you very humble guy. Hands down, you very humble and it's
Man,
like, you know, for the stuff that you have contribute to the music industry, you know, production wise, songwriting, and also as an artist. When did it become real for you?
oh man, when that first check was real. If it was fake, I would let y'all know. Yeah, but when the check was real, it was real. And honestly, I found a hustle in everything I did. I went from engineering for several A-list producers to vocal producing to, man, I don't want to just be vocal producing. I was making like 1,500 to 2,500 a song. And I was just like, I can't do this for the rest of my life. This feel like check to check. And that ain't the way I want to be set up in my purpose. Then I started selling songs and playing those songs for the artist. Say, hey, if you listen to one of my songs, I won't charge you to vocal produce this section, this session. Just if you like it, let me know. Give me the feedback. Boom, bam, body slam. And people started liking the songs and picking up the songs. So I got to charge them for the songs and the vocal production.
That's what's up. You went in there on a mission, and I ain't
Man,
mad at you.
I'm telling you, I was cutting people hair and everything. I was a barber. I was anything I could be of service. I've always learned if you're not useful, then you're useless.
Yeah, that's dope right there. So man, you know, as it like I said, you got a hustle in you, a whole
Definitely.
hustle, and as this hustle continue to move you towards the music industry, and then like you said, the Get Up was your first song that you released, and as that song took off, um, how did you feel? How did you feel about the song at first before it just took off and ran off on you?
Oh man, I knew what time it was. Um, Everything in my being aligned, and I was just like, "This gonna be the one." I leaked that song April 19th, 2019. I already had two videos recorded, like done. Country Time and 10 Whiskey. The label was waiting for a June release. Lil Nas X had Old Town Road on the radio, and it was just booming everywhere. And I was just like, man, this virtually my sound, just different. You know what I'm saying? But long story short, um, I said I can't wait until after Memorial Day to drop this song. it got to be out well in advance because this that cookout anthem, and I grew up to people dancing to all type of line dance records. So I dropped it, did the dance in the foyer at my mother's house, and 1 week of 1 million views turned to 2 weeks of 10 million views to over, so many billions of views now. It's crazy. But then the streams up through there too. So if you imagine what the streams are, the video views are just crazy.
Yeah. That's what's up, man. And so, like I said, them numbers up there, and them numbers is I know you eating good with that song. So as that song continue to, you get your like I said, you have 15 times platinum worldwide. 16. Oh yeah, my bad. 16. Yeah, 16.
There one count
Yeah,
now.
one count.
Yeah, you're right. You do. No, you're right. Platinum, them some numbers. One platinum is that. Yeah. So yeah, you're right. My bad. Don't jump on me up in here.
No. I went finna jump on you. See, he was like, okay, the first time you said it.
Yeah. I was going.
Man, see,
I saw you look at him. I just mind my own lonesome.
No, you right, man. You supposed to correct me on the first one.
No, okay.
Yo, man, look, I don't want to take nothing from you.
That's funny.
I don't want to take nothing from you. 16 is, look.
16, man.
Them 16 bars, I feel you.
Hey.
As do 16, 16 times platinum worldwide. And then as you say, you was 12 weeks #1 on the Billboard.
Yep.
And as you when it hit #1 on the Billboard, and again, you as a black man, how did that make you feel? And then you in a genre where they try to count us out of.
See, them two separate conversations, but real quickly and briefly, when the song took off, I didn't think I'm black is taking off. You know what I'm saying? I was just more so, this is exactly what God told me it was going to do. I wrote the Get Up at my most depressed moment at that time. I wrote a song that made me smile and made me feel good. And then I said, okay, if it can make me feel the way I feel with the way I feel, then I know I can make the world heal. And it was like, it was funny to some people. It was serious to some people. It was just a good time to some people. And when some people found out I was black, they was just like, ain't no way. I just knew that was a white man. You understand me? And I was just like, no, that was me. But I put on that voice, which is not my natural voice, because it was the only thing that made me feel like I was outside of my own miseries. So okay. I kind of created this character, just like Blanco Brown. That ain't my real name. I created this character and lived outside of myself until myself healed. And then I say, I'm going to introduce my real voice to the world. And I did that on the album.
That's what's up, man. Hey, healing is the key.
Yeah,
like you said, it's music is healing, and I know a lot of artists, songwriters, they write their best when they trying to heal or they going through something. And I'm glad you shared that because that healing process got you to where you at now.
Definitely.
I know it's a lot of things that a lot of folks go through in life that they won't share. And, I appreciate you sharing that because somebody else needed to hear that.
Man, definitely. That song, honestly, as many people was trying to judge the song, I don't even know if there's another song that has done that much healing in the time frame that it did. I got so many inboxes, so many text messages. Man, thank you for making this song. It saved my life. I'm talking about people who were about to take their own lives. I have this written in stone, like depressed, suicidal, heard my song and sent me videos of them crying and dancing with their babies, like depressed women, depressed men. Like, I'm talking about, like, people were saying, oh, is this a gimmick? I was just like, it ain't a gimmick. It's a song, and I'm a creator. I'm an artist. I'm not just a performer, I'm an entertainer. So I wanted to make sure I did all that in one whop. And honestly, it helped a lot of people in the world. Like I got thousands of messages. I can't even exaggerate talking about how the song helped them heal and it's changed so many people's lives.
Came out at a great time too. That was like God timing.
Yep.
Divine
Pandemic.
appointment.
Yep. Then pandemic hit.
Pandemic hit.
We was all inside.
Yeah.
Gave everybody the TikTok challenges.
I was outside.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Atlanta was outside though.
Yeah, they
Atlanta
was.
was outside though.
I was outside in the front yard though.
That's funny. I kind of got dang gone, stepped out here and there, but I ain't go to like no events or nothing. But yeah, it was a time.
Our neighborhood was, we was outside over here. I'm being straight up. We ran up and down the street, but it was still good. Though. Man,
Say, but you were here.
yeah. But man, like I said, it's you done a lot, and it's a lot of things that I know you still got to accomplish. I know, like you said, the one thing that I did hear you. You said God moved you into that song, and I know God continue to move in your path, and still create things that need to be heard. And as you said, like you said, you used that voice, then you switched up using your real voice on the rest of the album. And as you continue to maneuver throughout the music industry, like I said, you work with a lot of big artists, and like earlier, the one thing, when you was out in Vegas, you was working with Boys the Men. Um, how did you come about being able to work with them?
Man. My partner Travis Cherry had 1A from Boys and Men at the studio, and I started playing records, and he was playing records that we had done, and 1A was just like, man, I'm catching chills, like this is godly, and we started singing together, started writing records together. Then he was like, I'm working on a project. How about you come out to Vegas? So I flew out to Vegas. We did a couple records together. He was just like, man, I want to be able to work like this every day when I come back from the Mirage doing our shows, like at their residency. And I was like, okay, cool. Well, let's make it shake. Let's make it happen. And I went in a relationship and that here in Drowsy, so it was easy for me to just be like, pew. And I went over there for about a year and a half and just worked on several records with them. And I ended up doing the Santa Claus Straight to the Ghetto version with Boys and Men and Snoop Dogg and some of
Okay.
everything. Yeah, I wrote parts of that and vocal producing and whatnot. So that's how it all started.
That's dope.
Man, I've been blessed to work with a lot of dope folk and some people that ain't so dope, but still blessed.
But as two combat veteran, we want to appreciate you because we always put. I personally do. I put artists who go perform in front of the troops. USO, you've been on 7 USO tours.
Yep.
All the places you've been on that, or just can you remember?
Man, I know I did Poland. I did I think Abu Dhabi. Man, I done done.
Probably Kuwait.
I did Kuwait.
Yeah.
Europe.
Man, I can't even. I did Spain, Rota, Spain. I did goddamn gone some part of Germany or close to it. I can't remember exactly where. I don't even think I did Kuwait. I always wanted to do Japan or some right there.
Yeah, okay.
And I haven't done anything over there yet, but I probably should be better with the list. I've done a few of them. Then I did the like the ships and stuff with
Navy.
the George Bush ship. and I forgot where we were then. But
Was you in Bahrain? Was it over in the Middle East?
no, but it was close to the Middle East. I called my tour guy. He'll tell you exactly where it was because he served also. But thank y'all for y'all service, definitely.
Thank you, man.
Um,
Appreciate you.
man.
The
A
entertainment,
a lot of y'all will come over there like, yeah.
Yep,
like,
I
yeah.
actually had some dope experiences though, because we were the last people to do the Air Force sling, where they come down at 2,000 G's, zoom, and go into the sling. They discontinued that method, like somehow, but we got certificates and everything. We were the last people in history to do it. Yep, some dope stuff, and I got plenty of pictures in my phone. I just can't remember exactly where I went to. It's at least for right now. I can't remember.
No, I know you had recently did something in Colorado Springs.
Yeah.
With the Air Force. So,
Yep.
yeah.
Man, I done a whole bunch of troop shows, but the USO tours, like the man, I love the soldiers, troops. What do y'all like being referred to more, troops or soldiers?
It depends. But they say troops, that's a blanket title, you know what I'm saying, for everybody. Like troops but every branch is different. Of course, Navy, sailors, Army, soldiers, Marines, Marines.
And then Air Force is airmen.
Yeah.
Okay. So troops would be the
troops is when they say
Everybody.
support the troop, they mean everybody.
Yeah.
So
man, yeah. Every branch.
We soldiers.
Yeah.
We don't know limit.
Yeah.
He a soldier. I'm a paratrooper.
I'm a tanker.
Oh yeah. And
Look,
you said you're a paratroop.
Yeah,
Look, he used to jump out the airplanes while in flight. Then we'll come over with the tanks.
Oh, no, that's funny. Man, I done had some experiences. They let me ride in one. I done the big, I'm talking about huge. The wheel looked like it probably the size of the room. I done been in some of everything. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, definitely. Nah, we appreciate that. I also know you got love for cars too, man.
Oh man, that's my thing. I only talk about cars on my page because it's actually what got me to doing music. Like I love music, but I really do music the way I'm doing it is so I can buy cars.
Come on now. I ain't gonna say what you pulled up in, but that is super
That's
nice.
funny. Thank you.
But I would like to know your top 5.
Top 5 cars.
Yeah.
I got a 69 Shelby Mustang, serial number 0002.
Come on, stop.
Wow.
Hold on. He said serial number now. That's limited. Super limited.
Yep, number one.
Shelby.
Number
Yes,
one
right.
is in Austria, and it's been over there its whole life. This car came from Norway back to the U.S. and it's it was actually a promotional car, so it's the only car in history, especially documented, to have two-tone interior. I got black door panels. It's white and black interior. They didn't know which one they wanted to go with, so they put both of them in this. And I got the commercial that came with the car.
Wow.
And then it doesn't have Shelby wheels on it. Since it was a promotional car, they were indecisive about the wheels that were going to be going on the Shelbys. So mine have 14-inch standard Mustang tires instead of the Shelby. So I just did my Marty report, and it's a 1 of 1. It's not another one exists this way. So I'm excited about that.
Come on now.
My 65 Gold Hearse GTO. I grew up with this car. I grew up with
You
it.
got some good cars.
Yep,
Man.
and it's one of like roughly 500 promotional gold cars made, but my cow tag say 2XX, which is the most special paint code you can get, and it's actually 3 on the column. There's not a 3 on the column documented, so it's a 1 of 1 also. They came with floor shifters, whether they were 4-speed, 3-speed. They came with 3-speed. You can option up to 4-speed or just standard. But that's another one. My 64 Plymouth Savoy factory lightweight car, made of aluminum. Only 19 or less known to exist. 55 cars were made just for the racetrack. but you could drive them on the street. They were street legal also. But the dope thing about my 64 is, Richard Pettin raced it, and I have the newspaper from 1964 of him winning a grudge match. So he signed the dash and everything, and it's the only 64 known to have every documentation in history. I still got the original 64 title. It was never turned in.
Don't let Currency hear that.
Yep, I got the title from '64. I got virtually everything with this car. All the history, the newspapers. It's got a 1981 NHRA trophy, and that came with the car. They didn't want to separate it, so I got the trophy and that. That's 3, 4 GTR. I got a 2024 Skyline. They only did 100 of them in the blue, and that's the last year that they made them. So it was a community car. They had never done a Skyline in the R35, so I got one of those 100 made. And then I would say number 5, my bulletproof Escalade. Yeah, cause I got the stars and the P5 in it and everything. It's just refrigerator. It's smooth selling. Yes, sir.
Hey, man, it is.
Right.
Yeah, but I got too many cars to really just have some favorites. I got some dope. I got some mind-boggling stuff, and I'm a big collector of memorabilia. So I got, like, y'all ever heard of Hearst?
Yeah.
Like Hearst racing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I got George Hearst actual trophy that he was gifted back in '56 for the Bill title. I have the original picture with him holding it. Same dents and everything, verified. 101 trophy. Then I got like one-off prototype Hearst memorabilia. And I'm talking about like moving signs with old battery hinges and stuff in them. So I got museums wanting to, they want them pieces, but I ain't letting them go.
So when you drive them, do you document every mile? Or you want to know one?
Oh, no, I drive, man. Okay. Anything I got, I'm going to drive it. Okay. I feel like if you don't drive it, what's the point of really having it? Yeah. Especially if it's street legal. So I ain't scared to drive. And then, I mean, I'm scared to drive some stuff, but I still drive it. I be like, please, Lord, don't let the day be the rock chip day.
So, man, you got to, you could be a historian as well, because the way you rattle out the information about those vehicles, are you a history buff as well?
Man, straight history. When it comes to like Americana and car history, that's like some of my passions, to collect things that are just rare. I started off collecting when I was like 5 or 6 years old, from sports cards to comic books, and I kept those things in the condition they were in from that age all the way up until 40. Like, to my current age, like, think of a 7-year-old preserving something when other kids are outside messing up everything. I preserved all these things, and I still have them 30-some years later.
That's dope. Man, I ain't going to pretend. I used to say, man. Now, I had a whole bunch of comic books. When I joined the Army, my mama put them out in the shed, and one day I said, man, let me go home and get them comic books. Came back, I looked, water damage. I just threw them on in the trash can.
I know that hurt.
Nah, that's about that country living. Like, we preserve a lot of stuff too.
Yeah, man.
You read off them cars like cowboy theme, horses to transition over to vehicles. And all your cars got a lot of horses.
Yeah, some good horsepower. I love them.
Yeah, that's good.
They understand. I mean, like I said, I can't make it up. That's my passion.
Yeah, that's real.
So what else you got in the making, music wise?
Oh man, I finished a whole project with Fuse from 808 Mafia.
Yes,
and it's jamming.
Yeah.
And I'm excited about that project. Then I have a project that was like my love project. I turned it in to the label, but we never distributed it, and it never came out. When I left the label last year, and I went 100% independent, I got to take that project with me. So I got like 3 projects ready to go.
Okay.
But I'm just taking my time releasing them. That's So Boogie, of course, is my latest and my greatest. So I'm just going with the motion of that.
I went to that album release party, album thing he did.
Oh, okay.
No skipper.
Appreciate
Man,
it.
I'm talking about like front to end, everything.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm on standby.
We
ready
took
to-
3 weeks. I showed up every day to the studio for 3 weeks, and we did like 23 records.
That's what's up.
And I bought it down to, I think, I played like 12. I probably played like 12 records there.
I was gonna ask you about Charlie Pride and performing at Grand Ole Opry because we from Mississippi and staying with grandmama on Saturday night, stuff like that. We had to watch Hee Haw.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm going with this, right?
Yeah.
How was it performing at the Grand Ole Opry and with one of the first? I think he was the first black country music star, Charlie Pride.
Man, yeah, Charlie Pride, legendary, rest his soul.
Yeah, rest in peace.
I got to do my debut at the Grand Ole Opry with Charlie Pride present, and he said he wanted to be there for that.
That's dope.
And I had like one of his last documented interviews or recordings of me and him talking. He shared a lot of jewels, and then he ended up signing my jacket. I did a one-off just for the Grand Ole Opry, embroidered and everything, and he signed it. And like a year later, found out he passed while I was actually going through recovery. So it's a thing. Like, yeah, that was his last documented autograph also. So, man.
Some special moments, man.
And you know how my mind is just by the way I talk. I like stuff that's one-off and that's rare. So
right.
I was just like, this is crazy, man. Like, I got his autograph on something that was already one-off. And then I got to perform, and he actually seen me perform. This right here is just, like, I couldn't make that up. But then when he passed, man, I was just like devastated. Yeah, but it was dope. I actually got that recording of him performing, like, in my phone, like, that day. Yep.
Did you bring him up on stage?
Nope, he was there. He actually closed out the show.
Oh, okay.
Yep. But he could have done any show, any day, and he did that one. He chose that day to do the show. Yeah.
That's what's up. That's dope right now.
I got one or two last questions. Pass it back to Cuz. The dogs, man, the Malinois.
Oh yeah.
So the only reason why it piqued my interest because I've been Iraq, been Afghanistan, and we had the privilege of working with some of those special forces guys, and those dogs are like hand to hand with Navy SEALs, Deltas, a couple CIA guys, everything like that. What got you into the Malinois?
Man, I had bought some property over down in goddamn on like Fairburn, Georgia, and the guy who's he was a contractor. He had a male pup with him, and I got to walk the dog and stuff. I was just like, I like this dog, and I taught the dog some things while I was there. Within the hour of just walking the property, I taught the dog a couple things, and I was just like, yeah, you'll sell the dog.
Can I pet that dog?
Can I pet that dog? And he was like, man, I can't let that one go. But when we have a new batch of pups, I'm gonna let you know. So I had already seen them. I already knew, like, Cairo, bless that dog, found Bin Laden. And I was just like, I'm infatuated with these dogs. I see them on YouTube jumping walls and everything, but I keep on hearing they ain't the dog for everybody. They active, they do this, they do that. And if you don't know how to, raise animals. This is the bad breed to buy. Well, how optimistic I am. I didn't care about none of that because anything I ever wanted in life, I went and did it. And I did it, and you thought I had been doing it for a long time. So I got a dog that people say was challenging. And not only did I get a dog that was challenging, I bought 2 of them.
There you go.
Because the 2 brothers was inseparable, so I paid some good thousands. I said, I want both of them. And on top of that, they are both jet black, which is rare. Their standard color is like fawn and with the black overlay. And I saw 2 black ones. One of them had green eyes as a baby. His name Cash. I named him after Johnny Cash. And then the other one, Sam, I named him after Sam Cooke. And I trained them, and I got them dogs doing everything. Like, I can make them stand, sit, wait, follow you. I can tell them where to go, when to attack, when to off. I mean, like, and folk were just like, bruh, how did you do it? I was just like, the breed made me look smart. They so smart. Y'all was steady yapping about talking about what I shouldn't do. I got a breed that learns fast, so it's actually not as hard. And then I got them to where they just discipline. Like, they not finna do nothing I don't tell them to do. Too. You discipline yourself, you don't never got to get euthanized because I ain't going to be able to stop if somebody try to goddamn go after the dog. I was just like, so in order to save me, my time, my money, my effort, and to save your life, I'm going to need y'all to listen. And then recently I just got another one, which is stupid rare. Cash had his first batch with one of my partner female dogs, and she had 6 of them, and one of them came out blue blood and sable. So I got pick of the litter. He kind of reneged on the pick of the litter. But long story short, I got 2 dogs because I made that agreement before. And I got a female, which I gifted to someone, and then I got the blue blood, but then I gave him some cash on top of it because I was just like, okay, I get to pick of the litter. I'm just going to be fair, which I just be overly fair. I'm still going to give you some on top of the dog, but he switched up on me a few times. And I had to go and secure the dog. I was just like, hey, here goes some money. Let's just go and secure it. I don't want to hear every other week. I might have to keep this one or somebody else. No, here you go. Lock this in, and he good for his word when the money on the table. You understand me? So, yeah, I got a blue sable, which is like one out of every 10,000 plus dogs. Wow. It's the rarest color you can have. And I named him Louis. After Louis Armstrong, cause Louis Armstrong was jazz, but he always gave these women the blues. He did.
Yes, he was. He was the one. Yeah. Now I remember when I saw it, I was like, man, I only saw the dog once, and that was in Afghanistan.
Yeah.
And they won't let you go nowhere near them.
Oh yeah, no.
Like, you can't go how the service dog we had one attached to us, a German Shepherd. Malinois, you can't even go near them. They won't even let you 50 feet near them.
In that vicinity, yeah.
Right. They jump out of plane. I'm talking about they are trained.
Man, yeah. They jump up any wall. Like I had a guy come over and he was doing something to the power line. And he asked me, he said, "You have dogs?" I said, "Yeah. It's a Tibetan Mastiff over there. Those, they look like lions." And he was just like, okay. He was like, "The only dog I'm scared of is the Malinois." I said, "Well, you at the right house." Cause I got 3 of them.
Woo!
Them dogs are amazing.
Nah, I seen them online.
They not gonna even bark at you unless I tell them to. They are gonna stay quiet and do what they supposed to do. If you come on that property, you understand me?
It's over.
Yeah. And they black. You definitely don't see them at night. And they lighter than German Shepherds. They more, the agility and everything is just German Shepherds on steroids.
Wow. I got one last question, man. When we get in the helicopter, man?
Man.
Paratroop, man. I can jump out of helicopter, airplane.
You know, I really want to learn how to fly one. I got some flight lessons.
Okay.
I was just like, I'm 41.
Okay.
I'm just like, maybe when I make it half a century, if that plane go down, at least I've made it to a half of a Hyundai.
Oh, yeah.
So, I don't know.
Nah, it's all good, man.
I like my chances here on the ground.
Yeah, I feel you.
But I've always wanted to be able to fly a plane just in case some odd incident where I need to know how. Them buttons look like a lot, but I learned in the music industry that 24 controller, that 36, all them look like a whole bunch of nothing until you understand the concept of what they do.
Yeah.
Then they're like, oh, I know this one. These are all channels, blah, blah, blah. So I feel like that with planes. I'm gonna be like, oh, all these buttons look so confusing, but they all do this in this sequence. So I'm still fascinated. I can drive anything on the ground from a tractor to a 18-wheeler and park them with the trailers on the back.
Come on now.
But I haven't gotten into the flying
Okay,
yet.
nah, it's all good, man.
Man, hey, you do a lot, and you very adventurous. I see that. The dogs. Hey, you got some. I'm gonna say rare.
Yeah, man, I've
breeds.
been blessed. I like rare stuff, and then I'm just blessed to come around so many rare finds. People with rare stuff start finding me. Be like, oh man, we know Blanco might like this.
Man, I'm glad you in the right place, man. We got one rare species in here. Her name Maddie B.
Oh yeah.
Man, it's like, since I know you say you went independent, what artists are you trying to work with?
Man, honestly, at this independent stage in my life right now, I'm proving to myself that I could do it alone. And then I'll start adding dope artists to the portfolio. But I never want to shadow those, artists. I feel like everybody needs a fair chance. I'd be holding somebody back right now if I say I can fully develop another artist while I'm figuring out everything myself. Like this last song, Lasso Boogie, I did the artwork. I wrote the treatments out along with my partner, Troy Champ, one of my videographers. He's his own independent videographer too. Let's not get it twisted. But I did everything from registering the song to copyrighting the song to the whole nine. Things I had never had to do. So I'm learning a lot. And I learned how to collect everything. So a lot of people be out here yelling about their independent, but they don't even know how to get the money. They just want the notoriety. Just to say it, and don't know how to pick up one check. So I know how to go get that money. You understand me?
That's what's happening.
Yeah.
You say, hey, look, I'm doing this. Like I go get my resources. I know how to A, B, to C to the end, to the beginning, to the end.
Yep.
So yeah, and that's So Trap Trailer is your label.
Trailer Trap.
Trailer Trap is your label.
Trailer Trap is my label, and it's also my genre of music.
Okay.
I trademarked it, I coined it, and I own the patent. Like, it's all the way down. It's this logo right here.
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you about that merch
That was my next thing about the merch.
And he got
I got a little
limited edition toy.
little like Lego stack.
Yeah.
It's only 25 being rendered, and I'm hand painting each one of them. I got a Bachelor of Fine Arts, so I'll use my artists. And that'll be out in about a month.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm at
And we can find that on your website?
Yeah, it'll be on my website. It'll be limited to 25 pieces, hand painted by myself. And it's a little copy of me. Okay. And it come with accessories and everything.
That's
it's hard. Like when I was at the album release thing party, man, it was so much going on. Like I'm sitting in a cut, listening to the music. I'm also watching the guy paint a portrait of him, and what else would happen on there? Painting the portrait, and they were doing something else.
Man, I had my brother and my sis cater the food.
Man, the food was on point.
I brought out every beat machine you could think of, from the SP1200 to the new MPC sample on display, and then I had a Louis Vuitton trunk
That's what I meant to say. Yep.
with Virgil passing Pharrell the torch
That's what's
that I
up.
got customized on there. And that same artist that was doing the painting of me with the Trailer Track Gold Grill did that trunk 2 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. So I had plaques and all type of little experiences. I like doing experimental things. And honestly, I came up with that goddamn on listening party. Uh, 4 days, I put out invites, and the day of, I set up. I started grabbing stuff from my house and from my storage unit. Like, okay, I wanted to look like this. It was no planning for real.
That looked like he was playing for weeks, man. 'Cause
I'm telling you.
I still got the little card with the menu of the songs on it.
Yeah,
Like, everything was laid out. Like,
yeah. Appetizer,
yeah.
the song like a buffet.
And they fed us first. It's rare that you gonna go somewhere you eat first. They fed us all good. Then they're like, hey, let's all come on down.
Yeah, we had empanada, salmon,
not just
baked
finger
chicken.
food,
Like,
like real food.
oh,
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
great food.
Yes.
Man, this is.
And we got seconds.
Yeah,
You know me.
He says.
yeah. We had some hand pressed lemonade, raspberry lemonade, and mango lemonade, all hand pressed. Even the mangoes pressed.
Man, the way you present yourself, I look. I can't do nothing but expect
Yeah.
top of the line. You gonna roll it out, but like you said, it just was the spur of the moment. But
One
the way-
day,
Tell, man. I couldn't tell.
I actually went in there and set that stuff up myself. I ain't had nobody doing it. I went there and then left and then came back.
That's great.
that's what's
Yep,
up.
an hour before. Well, I did it 3 hours before, but an hour before I left, and I came back. Yeah.
I can see you doing it. And the reason why I say that is the way you present yourself. It seems like
Blessings.
when you put your mind to it, because everything you said since you've been sitting here, when you put your mind to it, it's always gonna come out great. And because, like you said, the first thing you said, God put it in your head. The Holy Spirit over there say, hey, I need you to do this, and you execute.
Man, the Get Up. My album was turned in. I had already shot 2 videos. The label hadn't spent over $100K, well over 100,000 on 2 videos before I even knew what spending that type of money on a video was. Country Time called me about 80 grand.
Wow.
And then they were scared to put it out. They were just like, man, you so positive and full of this positive light. I want to put out this video of you robbing a bank and your brother dying in it. You got a high-speed chase. You got to watch it. It's like a movie. And I set a Trans Am on fire, like a real one. It wasn't no CG, none of that. And had the whole town shut down with the bank and everything. It was crazy. But long story short, with that, the album was out and the Get Up came last minute. I was in the studio, had a lap steel, started playing the lap steel. Had never played one. I was experimenting. And I started playing these chords, and then I said, I'm going to write the next Achy Breaky Heart on steroids. And it's the first song I leaked. Yep. It took off like, I couldn't imagine it being the way it is now, but I knew it was going to hit, but I didn't know it was going to hit.
It hit.
Yeah.
It hit good, man.
Yep.
Me and Maddie was in Patchwork one day, and I took a picture of her. I look back, your plaque is like right there
Yep.
in the middle.
By the spirals there.
Yep, by the spirals there. Yep.
And then during that time, God was still testing me. I died during that time. Yeah. So it's been a thing.
Dang.
In 2020.
2020.
Yep.
Testimony, brother.
Oh man, I'm trying to tell you.
You got one, man.
Yep. Went through the
Man.
motions.
Here for a reason.
Man, that I know some things can be a touchy subject, and I know that's one of those things where, we know about it, but I didn't feel right asking you about it.
Oh yeah, man. I feel like God put it in front of everybody to smile about it, laugh about it, and ask about it. And I say that because I had never broken a bone in my life. ever. Playing sports in the whole 9. Running into cars, full speed, throw it up, bust them up. Sidelines, no pads, getting tackled on concrete. Never broke nothing. And then that day, everything was broken but my spirit. I got hit by a drunk driver on my motorcycle. I went through the windshield, landed on the bed, died en route to the hospital. Went through 24 hours of surgery. First surgery, lung collapse, went back into the ICU after the surgery. Told I may never be able to walk again. 9 months later, I'm walking with a cane, opening it up for Luke Combs with 60,000 people in Florida, and with a microphone double taped in my hand. So, I mean, that's the short of it. But I went through that during the worst times because I couldn't have no visitors or nothing. But then that's where the money come in at. Thank God for some money because I got an outpatient nurse, and I was allowed to go home, and then they allowed me to stab myself with a needle 3 times a day for blood thinners. Your life is on you. We want to make sure you know this is what you need to do. So I went to my dad's house, and I stuck myself every day until I ran out of spots. And I was determined to walk again. I had this, well, not had this. There's this woman that I went to school with. She was a physical therapist. I called her personally. She came over, and when we got done with physical therapy, she wouldn't let me pay her a dime. She did everything off the record for free. No, crazy relationship, married woman. I still owe her and her husband because her husband trusted that she was doing the right thing, and that's the type of relationship I only desire. And she was actually able to come over all the way to the other side of town, drive an hour every day, or 3 times a week, and do physical therapy with me. And that's the biggest blessing. And she wouldn't take nothing.
Yeah, that's God sent, man. Hands down.
My team is God sent.
Yeah,
all the way
man.
down to my videographer, homies, and producers. I mean, like, it couldn't be a better circle of people surrounding myself, and we all have God's purpose in us. I've been blessed to be surrounded by like minds, and those that don't fit that, quota, God remove them all the way out to. Yeah.
Man, that's a blessing, man. When I say hands down, that's a blessing. And man, you got some good people around you, and man, they're like,
A sound guy.
God got you covered, and I thank God that you still here on this earth because you still got a whole lot of work to do.
Oh yeah, purpose over everything. That's the mantra I use every day, and I started saying it as soon as I dreamed about it. Purpose over everything.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Man, that was powerful, bro.
Yeah, that it's. I knew I didn't know how to bring
Oh
that
yeah.
question out, and I just
Yeah, it don't bother me, man. I'm upright.
Yeah, it's real.
It would bother the hell out of me if I couldn't walk. But I was just like, how can I stay down when I got a song like the Get Up?
Yeah.
Grandma always said, get up, find purpose. You can't just lay around here. That's why I named that song, that title, because of Grandma. I don't say to get up one time in the record. Not one time do I even allude to it.
It did not, cause I saw
No,
while you listen
I
to
listened
that,
to it again on the way over here.
It's like
It don't say to get up, not one place.
I see now, okay. Cause if you right,
Because they say get in the country, like
Yep.
GIT.
And then I was on actually put that song out with no face. I sung it in that voice because I was just like, I'm gonna trick them. They gonna play that one.
That's real.
For real.
Yeah. Nah, that was one of the ones. That's up there with you said Break Your Heart, Real Happy. And
Yeah.
That's in a whole nother. That song is in a whole nother atmosphere. Man.
Yeah, yes it is.
It did
In
it.
another
It did.
galaxy.
God
It's
did
still
his
on
thing.
Billboard, right? Like,
Oh yeah,
still on.
it stayed charting.
Yeah.
I mean, that must get over 2-point-some million streams a week.
And that's
every week since it came out.
That's worldwide. That ain't just the United States. That's worldwide.
Yeah. I'm waiting for some of my new music to catch up. We about to push it.
Come on now.
It about to go.
Yes, sir.
This Lasso Boogie finna be like.
For sure.
It's summertime too.
I'm trying to tell you. You start seeing some stuff happening, unraveling by next week. I'm just setting it up right now. Yep.
That's it. We're looking forward to it for sure.
Man, yeah. Thank you.
Okay, folks, man, listen. I know we can be here all day, and we appreciate your testimony. We appreciate your time, and it's an honor for us to have you here, man.
Man, blessings. Thank y'all for y'all time.
It's
definitely.
It's definitely an honor. And man, you know, like I said, man, when I say it's an honor, it's definitely an honor. I appreciate it.
For sure.
Yes, sir.
For sure.
Man, you know, we need you looking at camera right there and let them know where they can find you and follow you at. Website and all.
Find me at Blanco Brown on everything. BLANCO Brown. It's a blessing to be here. Tailor Talk Podcast, you understand me? I don't know how they make their outro, but I just want to give them a shout out. Love and blessing from Blanco Brown.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Can't put what else they need to do.
Hey, we need y'all to go out there, like, share, subscribe to the Tailor Talk Podcast, and we see y'all next time.
Download that new Lasso Boogie, man.
What's a jammer?
And if you ain't hit the Get Up, you need to go listen to it and get your right life.
They've been on a rock if they ain't heard that one.
See y'all next time.
Love.